We go into the games against Baroka and whoever the hell we play after them, already being the last team or game to play of this round of fixtures. We are now 2 points ahead in the league instead of 5. But we can go back to 5 if we win today. So we know we have that little bit of a cushion if we can't beat Baroka. I have no faith that we will. We're such an up and down... We're not even an up and down team. We've been fantastic for most of the season. But we do just have our moments of just not playing well. I have nothing else to say. It's been 2 in-game days, 3 in-game days since we last here. We're going straight into the game. He has fired a haircut. We can move on. This is Gravage Gamer. My name is Duncan. Welcome back to the Pentagon Challenge. And welcome on in, everybody. So, the last Pathfinder episode I put out, or recorded, I'm honestly, I'm just about 2 weeks behind when you see this. Like, I recorded this 2 weeks ago from the day you're going to see this. So, what would be yesterday's video on Pathfinder, I apologise for audio issues, and then proceeded to have the exact same issue I thought I'd fix. So, apologies in advance. I'm trying to figure out what setting has changed between me and the mic that's triggered a lot of popping. So apologies in advance. So it makes me looking over kind of this way a lot more. I'm purely just looking at my audio levels to just try and figure out what is going on. But this is a lineup for today. King and Lovut will be in goals. In Kogatsi, Sumahoro, Kupi and Sabaya will be our back four, with Lamine, Kaya and Babette making up that very familiar midfield three. Kamalo, Boji and a not fully fit, he's got a wee fitness testing, and guessing will lead the line with a bench of Malilo, Matome, Rav, Karim, Mashione, Mashiane, Ntamani, Mambani, and Dlamuka. He might, in guessing, might need subbed off early on. He's not, I don't know, I can't actually remember because I recorded the previous episode of this particular save like a week ago? Maybe not exactly a week ago. Probably a little bit under that, maybe 5 days ago. I can't really remember exactly what happened in terms of like injuries or knocks or anything. So apologies if I've maybe get something slightly wrong. In terms of ins or outs, we've accepted a bid of no money for a player who we want rid of, who's in a Scandinavian league. The team that's bidding, so their window shuts a bit later, so he can still move on, saves a little bit more wages, but that is it. We haven't done any more pre-contracts or offered anyone else new deals. We are also the team in red. Baroka are playing in blue, green, turquoise. Is that blue? I mean, it's definitely blue there, but it doesn't look blue on the kit. It's going to be important though that we do. I would like to at least, very least, take a draw here. Take that 3-point gap over the rest of the teams would be fine. I can live with the 2 points. I just don't want us bottling the league from what was a weirdly strong position that we probably shouldn't have been in. I did tell the board I only expected top half finish when they gave me the choice to change our expectations, and I didn't. I didn't particularly feel the need for the wage increase because there's not really many. We're struggling to find good players, but two, there was always a that should have been in. There's always a chance that we will drop points when we really shouldn't still, because our defence is shockingly bad. But every team's defence feels shockingly bad. It's just poor finishing in most games that's been the issue for a lot of the time. But I just wasn't taking the risk where maybe our defence stops putting in that block 1 every 5 shots and they let, we start losing more chances. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Not started looking for other jobs or anything. I don't really see the point. We're still studying for a C licence, and we'll probably just stay in Africa until we hopefully win the continental competition here. Boje, that is a great turn inside and finish. The type of chance we'd like to see more from him, but we know his final ball is poor. He has great ability to get by players. He can take guys on, he can outpace them, but his final pass, his final cross, his final shot is usually dog shit. But here, very nice finish and gives us the 1 goal lead over league favourites at the beginning of the season, Baroka, who are sitting top half, but I can't remember exactly, like 6th or 7th, I think, 5th or 6th. in that kind of region. Domine is going to be looking for Somahoro. He was at the back post but couldn't get the ball to him. The goalkeepers came out and collected quite comfortably. I'm kind of maybe, in one hand, I'm happy to stay here. We've signed a new deal. That's fine. On the other, if like a decent team or a decent like place team in the top division job is to come up, I would not hesitate to just jumping ship immediately. This is not a save about loyalty. It is a save purely about trying to beat this challenge. They've hit the crossbar from a shot of distance, and we've headed the ball out when we probably could have just took a touch and like took a second to decide what to do. Great save from Nlovu. King Nlovu just saved a point-blank header, it seemed like. I also feel like all my settings have slightly changed, and I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe they're not, I'm just having a weird moment. I have had sore eyes like all day, so my vision isn't great. Well, I can still see. Domine Bobet. Oh, it's a great ball for Boji. Can he make it too? You've got to probably aim for the back. That you've got to kind of go for a corner at that point. Hit it straight to the keeper. Kind of a comfortable save. Domine, we know who he's aiming for. Doesn't get it to him. I say that. I actually don't know. I don't do the set pieces. It just seems to be who we aim for every time. And it makes sense. The dude's 6'3" and our best in the air player in guessing. Can't get in front of the defender for what should have been, if he'd gotten the end of it, a goal. Although he did miss one earlier, but he should have scored. Kind of annoyed or not. I haven't pressed a goalkeeper on, but hey ho. Good win there by Boji. Inkogatsi. I wonder if we could get him on a permanent as backup right back again next season. I've kind of liked him. Came in, not really spectacular, not really expected to do much, but he's been fairly solid most of the time. Certainly a lot better than Matomi, I think, has been for the season, so I'm kind of okay with him leaving. And Guessing's having a really poor game. I don't know how much that's fitness playing his part, or the fact that they've got 3 centre-backs and he's just maybe not getting a sniff of the ball. I'm going to tell him and Bobet to calm down. But we make our way into the second half now. We are playing relatively okay today, which is good to see. Kaya's not having a good game, which is unusual for him. He's probably our best midfielder. We probably won't renew Lamine, although he has been a key player for us. I think he's going to in 36 next season? 35. He's going to turn 36 this season, yeah, so he's going to go into next season at 36. Physically, that's going to just keep dropping, but his technical ability is really good. Maybe need to see what we can maybe do contract-wise. I'd maybe keep him on if we could get him on a lower wage. And if not, we'll probably need to start looking elsewhere. Right, we're going to make a change. We're going to bring on Masciani, and we're going to bring on Dlamuka to lead the line. See if he has any better luck than in guessing. We did know he was kind of having fitness issues, so him not playing particularly well is not too much of a surprise, as much as it might suck just a little bit. Just depends what we can do now. Inkogatsi gets it to Kamalo. We have actually, sorry, I actually lied to him. We haven't offered contracts. We did. We tried to have contract talks with Kamalo. We could not agree on a squad role. He's currently a French player. He wanted to be, I think, was like an important player or star player. I was trying to get him to like squad player. I then caved and went to regular starter. He still didn't want to accept that squad role, so we didn't even get the chance to talk money. I actually remember doing that now in the back of my head. Dlamuka Masciani, and it's his 4th goal of the season, and I genuinely feel every goal has been from distance. Maybe when he ran out of the box with it, but a second goal of the game restores our 5-point lead at the top if things stay as they are. And now I'm just considering what is our best move next. We're not dominant in possession. We're actually playing more in the counter-attack with this wing attack than we did when we tried to play counter-attacking, I feel, at times this season. Did we even? No, we did a couple of times during games. I think I've changed it up, but nothing's really happened. And Kogassi gets it to Kamalo, just outpaces by Gebhardt. I can't really get annoyed at times when players are just outpaced to a ball. unless it's a player I know is fast who clearly isn't trying to get there. But we don't really have that issue. The issue I have is we're playing this game I think 3 days after the last. There was 2 days in between, and we are just getting a bit of tiredness now. Poor defending, completely switch off, don't even mark, and it's 2-1, 20 minutes left. Not entirely convinced at the moment. Going to bring on Mascione to replace Kaya. He's just getting tired. So let's go for that double centre mid attack. And they're just now. Kupe's having a poor game. One of them two is always having a poor game. So I'm going to bring on the equally shit Malilo. He's not equally shit. Dlamini's going to come off. He's shattered. For Kareem, and I think that's all 5 changes. I'd rather get a third goal than just attempt to hold on, but I need them not to score. Regardless, Dlumika got to get that on target for the kid. Young player, but could do better, should do better. No, not really 2 ways about that. Going by the stats, a draw wouldn't be unfair. But I'm not here about fairness. I'm purely here about trying to pick up points. It's going to be a second. It was a really bad effort. At least 10 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Can we hold on? And like that, we're just caught sleeping again. Nobody picking him up whatsoever. Nobody even out to try and cover the space. We're all very much crowded. Just watch. 2 and 2 should be fine. And then here, you should be coming out or you should be diving across. Just nobody. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're making very much great use of their wing backs as well as their centre mids, pushing up with 2 strikers. They are kind of overloading the box a little bit, but a 2-goal lead to 2-2, pretty shit in anybody's book. But a draw is, had I been happy with a draw before the game started, just disappointed we've thrown away a 2-goal lead. And that'll be it. It is Marumo Gallants even, 2 Baruka 2, and we weren't good enough. We throw away a 2-goal lead. And it's gutting. It is actually gutting, but there's not much we can do. Still, though, however, keep that 3-point lead over JDR Stars, 5-point lead over Uppington City, Baruka, and La Masia, who I think we're actually taking on next as La Masia, are we not? Could be them we take on next. It's not. It is Pretoria, Calais, who are 11th. Okay, yeah. Join us in a week where hopefully we'll have a much better performance. Welcome back, everyone. So, in guessing, our main striker is out for the rest of the season. He's out for 3 to 4 months with a hip injury. It would have been 7 months, 3 to 7, if they didn't send him to a specialist. So, Dlumika will now be taking up that role as number 1 striker for the rest of the season with Chain as our second choice, which is bad because it means we're going for a guy who scored 3 goals in 12 appearances, 2 starts, from a guy who scored 15 goals in 17 appearances. Fantastic record for us this season. If you take his assists, that's 18 goal involvements in 17 games, whereas Dlumika's, I think it's 5 in 12. Not the worst, not the best. Nkogatsi's club are not happy with me because I've not been playing him as a fullback on defend. So to make life a little bit easier, I am doing that right now. But other than that, it is one change to the side. It is Dlumika coming in. Let's go. I mean, that's all I've really got to say. Generally, I'm gutted that we've lost in guessing. He didn't get injured in the game, he got injured in training. Like 2 days after we finished playing Baruka in game, he got injured in training. So it wasn't even playing him in the game that triggered injury. He fell in training and is now out for the rest of the season. I think his contract's up in the summer as well, which means I have a big decision to make. But again, I'll worry about that near the end of the season because he's currently out injured. I don't really want to tie him up for another year on a very good wage for us if he is about to drop massively in how good he is due to a hip injury. That's a great ball over the top for Dlumika. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he slots it home. good finish. I think Dominica might be quicker than in guessing. He always seems a bit more pacey. But Inkogatsi just takes a touch, looks up, gives it to Kaya, who just plays a fantastic ball over the top. Dominica, one touch, sets himself up, and puts it comfortably by Passman, giving us a lead here early on in the game. So yeah, we're completely without engagement for till the end of the season, and that's on the better scale of 3 months. If he's any longer than that, then there's a kind of worry that he might miss part of pre-season. If it's 4 months, thankfully we did the specialist. If we didn't do the specialist, it went to 7 months. He could have missed the beginning of next season if we'd kept him on. I think his contract's up. I need to check that. Probably by the time the next episode comes out, we will have made a couple more decisions in terms of who's staying and who's going from the contract perspective. We already have on a few players. Into Manny's, I think, one I need to decide on. I don't think we've set him for release just yet, but I was leaning on it. The downside being we can't get Kamalo in a new deal, and it means we'd have no right wingers for next season if we do that. But we are kind of scouting a few people. A couple of guys I'm interested in. They're not as good as, say, Kamalo. What a strike, Dlamuka! Offside? Wow. He's not quite as good as Kamalo, but wants more money than Kamalo's currently on, which I kind of expect. I think he's on a lower end of the wages. But in terms of, like, I know there's going to be a bump if we do renew his deal, and this other guys was still probably far above that. Fucking hell. How do you get... You've put the ball in the back of the net twice and you've actually missed the target with the easiest of the 3 chances. But he's not as good as, and for the money he's wanting, it's not ideal. But if he gets released, your waste man suddenly tumble a little bit. Usually, not always, but usually. So we may have to kind of gamble a little bit going into next season. But we do know we're going to have a new first choice right back and a new back-up winger for the left-hand side going into next season. Dlamuka 1-on-1. Forces a save, but I think he's offside again. I'll tell you what, Dlamuka is giving this back to a hell of a time. If he can just stay on side, I think he's got another goal in him. Dlamuka running wide with the ball, just loses it. Samhoro plays a ball to Boji, doesn't never win in that header, I don't think. And now they're breaking on us. Just take him out, please. You could have won that, I think. Inkogatsi doesn't stop the cross. The cross. Sabia just stops the ball dead near enough on the line. Takes about an eternity, it felt like, to clear it. But we have broke. Babette Dlamuka, is he offside again? Yes. Fucking hell, man. I'll tell you what, he is making his case. He's making his case here. The ball's been in the net 3 times. He's only had 1 goal allowed. I'll tell you what, you can tell he's eager to show he can be number 1. Right, we play a really poor long ball and force a save from the keeper. I don't even have the words to describe how annoyed I am by our really shit kickouts. Our defenders aren't good enough for the ball to play it short, but he can't kick it long enough to have a decent goal kick. Every goal kick is just a gamble if it's even going to leave our half, never mind go to one of our players. That's a penalty? Right, give it to Dlamuka. He has buried every chance so far. Near enough, bar like 2 that he should have. Domine. And it's in. Comfortable penalty. Gives us that 2-goal advantage. Not going to get too comfortable though. We've already thrown it away. Granted, it was against a better side than who we are currently playing. But we do know, like, that defensively, we are pretty shit. Granted, I am playing a guy on loan who is a lot worse than Rav, but he's just played better over the course of the season than Rav has. So I'm kind of just trying to play who's kind of in form to try and get through just now. I would like to try and extend our lead at the top again if we can, because right now we are not in a place where if we were to have a slumping form, we can't. We'll drop out of the not the title race. We'll drop out of the top spot, which when you weren't expected to be first or second isn't ideal. Well, it's not ideal even if you are them, but you've got a bit more faith maybe in the strength of your squad. It's the second fill on Boji. He's really good at taking on players. I would really like to try and get him for next season, I think. When is your contract actually? Oh, we could attempt to sign him. I might see if we can, because he's not the quickest or anything, and his like stats don't look amazing. He's 22, which is a bonus, but we are seeing in games he is really good at taking on players. He seems to have the better of a lot of guys. It's his final ball that does let him down, but he's young enough that it can be worked on, and he could improve going into next season. But he'd be a very good option on that left hand side, even if he's not the main man. That should have been a goal for them, like, honest to God. Kamal's having a poor game. Let's bring on Ntamani. I'm watching these two. Fitness-wise, they're not great. I'm going to bring on Rav for Sabaya. I'm just going to bring on Kareem. Kareem's been pretty decent for his any time he's come on. He's never really let us down. Another 22-year-old. His contract's up in the end of this. I don't think we'll make a move for Kareem, to be fair, but he hasn't really ever let us down much when he's played. He's maybe had a bad game or two, or performance when he's come on, but more often than not, he's been fairly decent for us. Tlamuka, I think he is just trying to show that he can be a leading number 9. Rav now, good ball at the back post. Ntamani, oh, that is unlucky. Wins a header, comes off the woodwork and then goes out. Opposite side of the goal for a goal kick. Very unlucky. Right, can we just break forward again? And Kogatsi plays the ball over the top. Tlamuka does get their heads it. He's offside again. Are you fucking shitting me? It's the third goal of the game that he scored. He's been offside. Oh my God. Well done, Kareem. Right, Rav. Coupe. Bobette. First time ball to Kaya. I actually quite like how Bobette does that. He does it quite a lot, but it's that first time pass inside and he just spins and keeps running. It's good for breaking forward. Kaya is going to go himself. Forces a good save from their goalkeeper. 20 minutes left of the game. We're putting on a fair amount of pressure. I'm going to bring off Boji for a Mambani just to give him a little bit of a rest. We've got another game very quickly again. Going to bring on Matomi as well. Just try and be a bit more solid at the back. And that'll be our final changes for the game. I think Kogatsi on up. Oh, his contract's up as well. Oh, I didn't realise that. So a couple of these lads we might be making moves for in the next couple of days in game. And by a couple, I mean like 2, 3 maybe. Just watching kind of the time go down here. I like how we've had 9 shots, 3 on target, but that's probably not including the 3 or 4 that have been offside. So it's probably a better ratio. Oh. If he could stay on side, the amount of goals he'd had in this game is unreal. It's a double on the day, but could have been, what, 5? If he'd stayed on side. A couple of his offsides were just so unlucky, especially that rocket from outside the box. But a comfortable 3-0 win, comfortable 3-0 win here. I'll say that with a bit more confidence now that ball's went out. It's not often you see the ball go in the back of the net 5 times for a player and only 2 of them count in one game, but it is the Marumo Gallants 3, Pretoria Calais 0. Good result overall. Like, strong, good result. Keeps us top of the league, which is exactly what you want to see. After 18 games played, we have a 3-point lead at the top. We then are 5 points clear of third place, 8 points clear of fourth and fifth, ninth for the Hungry Lions. And then Maritzburg, the team who should have been second, are sitting on 28 points. We're 11 points clear of them. We have 12 games remaining, I think. I also want an improved contract for him, Richard Manana. But I just want to double check that I've got this right, that we have 30 games. We have 12 games remaining. Can we keep this form up till the end of the season? Who knows? We're going to be playing Uppington City in the Cup as well. When should we come back? That's a good question. How many games did I say was left? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's come back for April's Uppington City game and the City Rovers game. And then we'll see where we are after that with 5 games remaining. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a thumbs up. Fingers crossed to hell that the popping issue isn't here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.